Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to My Life Lessons by Lisa Maria. Today, I want to talk about feeding our spirit. I realized that some of my actions and attitudes had a relationship with what I was watching on TV, listening to on the radio, and reading. Now, for me, watching TV, coming from a background in theater, film, and commercials and modeling, I have always watched TV differently. I watched for what was messed up in the editing. I was always looking for the small mistakes no one else would notice and spot. Like if the brooch on a woman's shirt was moved, or if the scarf was tied slightly different, or if the hair was parted differently, shirt color changed, where and how they are seated, and on what small things. I figured out early a lot of reality TV is clearly scripted and still watched. However, I started noticing that I was getting upset over stupid stuff based on emotions that had nothing to do with my real life because I was carrying on emotions over regarding people that I would probably never meet, and if I did, may not be as they are on the show. After all, a lot of them are actors anyway. My saying is everything is not for everybody. What I like is what I like, and what you like is what you like. I'm not knocking anyone's choice. I'm just saying be mindful of what you feed your spirit. Too much of anything can affect your emotions and how you view and treat people. We have to find a balance that will not disturb or push to the side the relationship we have with God. We are in this world, yet we are not of this world. We are here to be a shining light to those trapped in the darkness of sin. Society would have you believe the lies of the images people portray on TV, Facebook, and Instagram. The news would have you believe everything is bad everywhere. The reality is they don't want to show that good wins over evil and that love is better than hate. The enemy is bent on turning as many people as he can away from God, saying it's too hard to live right. The good guy always finishes last and you have to be poor to serve God. All lies and trickery. When you live for God, you live to serve and help others, knowing that no matter what you do, who you think sees you or doesn't see you and acknowledge you, God sees everything. He sees the good, the bad, and the ugly. He knows your heart, your real motive behind every decision you make. And he loves you anyway. He gives us every opportunity to accept the fact that his son died for us to spend eternity with him and have a good and blessed life while we wait to be called home. This day of instant everything has got us slightly twisted because we get upset with God when he doesn't give us what we want when we want it, like he's an ATM or a matchmaker. Don't behave like a spoiled brat just because he wants to help us work through situations that will ultimately free us from the bondage of sin that got us messed up in the first place. If his son was persecuted for our deliverance, what makes us think we are exempt because we are Christians and want to be like him? Being like him means being mindful of the company we keep and what we feed our spirit, our inner man. Read the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving earth. His word is our bread of life and will guide us and direct us for any situation we could encounter. Pray. Talk with him about any and everything. There is nothing we cannot discuss with him that he will not understand. There is nothing that we have done that would make him stop loving us. Ask for forgiveness and move on. We should be willing to help anyone when we are able, not just people we like. You just may be someone's miracle, someone's answer to a prayer. God uses ordinary people to make extraordinary things happen. Be willing to be a vessel. Stop thinking, he can't use you. He can use anyone that is willing to be used. We should be transformed in our thinking, keeping our mind on the things above and not this temporary stuff here on earth. Life with Jesus is sweeter than anything we could ever imagine. But our mind should not be cluttered with junk that will not allow the Spirit to guide us. God's blessings are not always financial. I have noticed that as I decluttered my mind, changed the types of things I was watching on TV and reading the Word, I began to look at things differently. I realized that we are all God's creatures with a lot of the same basic concerns. Behind a lot of smiles, we are going through a lot, and not all of it good. I have become more compassionate to people that are upset because I realize, especially if I know I haven't wronged them, I'm just probably the recipient of what they're going through. Being kind to any and everyone has become a natural way of life for me, knowing that one small act of kindness from me may be just the miracle someone needs at that moment. The fact that we leave our homes and make it back home safely without incident is a major blessing in this day of shootings and accidents around every turn. Our cars may not be new, yet they work to get us from point A to point B, and we didn't hit anything or anyone, and nothing or no one else hit us. If we are taking public transportation and we didn't get pushed onto the tracks or hit by the bus, blessing. We have jobs to go to, blessing. Don't worry about those people on TV, Facebook, or Instagram. We don't know what they did to get where they are, and we really may not want to do what they did. Don't lose sight of the big picture, which is be a blessing if you are looking for one. After all, so much more awaits us if we could just take a look to Jesus every moment of every day and let him guide us in every decision. We will be amazed at what God can accomplish through us ordinary people. I know that I feel better when I help anyone, people I know and don't know. Now, my job allows me to help people make last-minute appointments when the schedule is full. God. Push through medication refills. God. Push through referrals while they are at their appointment. God. All God. I'm just a vessel and I enjoy helping. God gave me this job for a reason, and I'm so glad he did. I'm Lisa Maria, and I thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. I pray I have been able to encourage someone today. May God continue to bless you and your life.